guys, welcome back to my channel. You know, I'm in quarantine and I've watched Tiger King twice over now, so I know all the ins and outs of Joe's life. So I was sitting down today to do a regular tutorial for you guys, and then all of a sudden this happened. And obviously if you guys haven't seen Tiger King on Netflix, then you must think I'm really weird. And yes, I am really weird, but you might understand more if you go to Netflix and watch it, because you won't believe your eyes. When I pressed play, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So to pay homage to the Tiger King, I thought that it would be appropriate to, create this look inspired by him. I'm not really good at accents, but I do try. So, if you guys want to see how to transform yourselves into Joe Exotic, then please keep watching. First order of business, go ahead and pour yourself a good glass of wine, because we're going to be here for a little while. To start off the look, I'm going to go ahead and use some foundation just to darken up my skin tone a little bit. We don't have to worry about making our skin snatched, obviously, because his skin isn't perfect. We're just kind of darkening it to match his skin tone. And now comes the part for the wrinkles. This is really, up to you. I'm using an eyebrow pencil, and I'm just kind of looking at a picture of him and copying the way his smile lines move, his crow's feet. I'm trying to mimic the lines that he has. And yes, you can kind of squint your face up and see your own lines and wrinkles and outline those, but just to get Joe's full effect, I'm trying to copy his facial features, not mine. So, just kind of look at a picture of him and just draw what lines you see. So we're going to take a break from the facial wrinkles for a moment and move on to the eyebrows. He's got kind of interesting brows. They seem to be thicker on the outside and much thinner on the inside, and they have a pretty prominent arch, so I'm keeping my brow the same size on the inner part, but I am exaggerating it upwards to give myself more of an arch on the outer parts of my brows. And to fill it in, I'm doing hair-like strokes rather than completely coloring it in, because it looks a little bit more natural, kind of like hair. Of course, we can't forget Joe's signature eyeliner, so we're just going to fill in our lower waterline with some black eyeliner. Heading back to the wrinkles, we're going to go ahead and add a lighter shade of concealer underneath the lines that we've already created with the eyebrow pencil. And what this is going to do is it's going to make the wrinkles look 3D rather than just drawn on dark lines. So this part was actually kind of hard to film because you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm really exaggerating the shape of my nostrils. He's got kind of jelly bean shaped nostrils, which sounds really weird, but they're a little bit longer. So I'm just kind of making my nostrils look a little bit longer as well by exaggerating the dark parts. So I'm taking a felt tip liner and just kind of making my nostrils look bigger. Do not forget the sideburns. I feel like the sideburns really elevate the look and make it look more masculine. If you're a woman doing this look, this is very important. So I'm just kind of exaggerating my hairline and doing those hair-like strokes like we did with our eyebrows, and just pulling those sideburns down a little bit. So Joe's nose is considerably larger than mine, so I'm putting 2 brown lines on each side of my nose to make it look larger, aka we're contouring our nose with some bronzer. So the farther apart you put the brown lines, the larger your nose will look. The closer together you put the lines, the smaller your nose will look. So I'm putting these quite far apart, and then I'm just darkening them in. It's a powder contour, so it's a little bit softer, but you can use a cream too if that's what you're more comfortable with. I also went ahead and filled in my smile lines a little bit to kind of exaggerate those, because I noticed that his are pretty exaggerated as well. To exaggerate the length of my nose, I put a little light concealer on the tip of my nose, and I'm going to let that dry while I start my mustache. And once again, we're doing those hair-like strokes because it makes it look more natural, and I will be adding hair over this, so I'm not too concerned about making it perfect. I just want to get the general shape of the mustache down. And now that our nose highlight has had a time to tack up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and blend that upwards, and that'll really make our nose pop and make it look larger, because once again, those darker shades against the lighter shade is really going to make it stand out. So it's going to make it look 3D, like our nose is actually larger than it really is. I've only drawn a beard and a mustache on myself 2 other times in my life. The first time was back in Halloween, back in high school. I had no idea what I wanted to be, and it was like Halloween that day, so I got up and I started getting ready for the day, and I just drew a mustache on myself. And I was like, well, what can I do with this now? So I threw a hat on myself and some black clothes, and I was a robber. And it was just really funny because I was such a girly girl. Like, none of my friends saw it coming. None of my teachers knew who I was. So that was kind of fun. And then like a couple years ago, the second time was when I was Mugatu for Halloween, and Miles was Zoolander. That was such a fun time. Alright, so I've got the outline of the beard. I'm gonna add some real hair to this to really elevate the look. I'm gonna use these extensions right here and just kind of trim off the ends of them just to get some hair fibers. I don't know, just to get some hair. And I'm gonna glue it to my face. So I know it's kind of dark, but it's really the only thing that I'm willing to cut because the rest of the extensions that I have are like brand new. I am going to proceed by just adding a little glue right up in here. I'm gonna go section by section. So this is what I'm doing during my quarantine. What are you guys up to at your households, huh? Are you staying sane out there? Because clearly I've lost my damn mind. It's fine. It's fine. Now time for the wig portion, and I'm super nervous. I really hope that turns out because this is it. This is what will make or break this look. I'm gonna leave some of this brown out because he had a lot of brown on the sides and then white on the top and white in the back, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm not really sure. I've never cut a mullet on myself before. I'm gonna gather all this in the front here. I mean, I do have a mannequin head that I could cut it on, but I'm gonna go for it, you know? We're just having fun today. So I got this wig from Five Below and I just had it, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Today's the day, we're gonna use it. Who knew I'd be doing it for this, right?
Hi. Hi. Hi, Dottie.
Yes! Oh my God. Oh.
Don't you like it?
Yeah. Yes. You just need a necklace.
He wears, oh.
I can't find one there.
That's okay. I'll find something. I found this shirt, which I think encapsulates Joe's ambiance better than the other shirt that I was wearing. And I actually could only find this earring, but Miles told me I'm supposed to put it on the right ear. So I'm gonna put it on my right ear. And I also realized that I forgot to put bling on my brow because he's got a brow piercing. So I actually took a belly button ring and I took the two little like bulbs on each side of it off and just used the bar and I just glued it to my eyebrow. So what do you guys think? Do you think that I did okay? I mean, I'm not much for like transformation makeup. I've never done this before in my entire life. I'm more so a wedding makeup artist, so what do you guys think?
Woke up this morning with the sunshine in my